Main reasons why we've gathered here tonight is the measures to take. Oh, sorry, I'm not even doing it properly, am I?
Well, let's introduce this. Iain Dalton. He's from the Leeds Socialist students. Well, more than that. you work a few hats, and so he's going to say a few things about neoliberalisation in higher education.
Okay. One of the main reasons we've gathered here tonight is the measures to privatise and marketise higher education that have been driven through by the elite Russell Group, which has been chaired in the past by Michael Arthur. Over the last 20 years, we've seen the introduction of tuition fees, trebled, then trebled again, with Michael Arthur a leading advocate of £9,000 a year fees. The independent review into this was chaired by Lord Brown, as mentioned before, who was a former chair of BP. But what was the character of the other people that were on this body with him? They were all business leaders. There wasn't a single representative of students, of campus trade union workers, and so on there. And no wonder what the result was. Not just £9,000 fees, but cuts planned under that review of £2.5 billion out of the higher education budget of £12 billion. 700 jobs were lost at this uni as a direct result of that. But it's not just job cuts we're seeing, but also contracting out of services such as catering, security, and so on being sold off to private companies. I remember a few years ago in college in Lewisham where Scholarist had come in and they doubled many of the prices for food in the canteen there, pricing students out. When Union Books was closed at this university 3 years ago, then that was justified on the basis of Blackwell's, a private book-selling company, over the road. And it's not just in education we're seeing privatisation. Sure, Thatcher was forced to back down from introducing tuition fees to uni. It took further governments to do that. But she managed to privatise steel, the mines, the utilities and telecoms. And her heirs, Major, Blair, Brown, Cameron and Clegg, have set about dismantling the rest of the public sector. Privatisation of the NHS continues apace, with a recent announcement of the selling off of the blood donor service, alongside plans to privatise Royal Mail and to re-privatise East Coast Main Line. And of course, a few weeks ago, we heard about the plans to privatise the Student Loans Company as well. Now, why are they doing this? Well, I think we can all agree that public services to benefit all are an anathema to the Tories. But it isn't just that. The system that the Tories and the neoliberal elite rest on is a capitalist system which is in crisis at the moment. And their crisis is when they can't accumulate enough profit. So to restore their profits, they want to plunder the public institutions we use and rely upon, turning them from institutions for the public good into ones that provide a service for a fee. So we have the situation now that the gap between rich and poor is getting wider. If you can't afford to run up tens of thousands of pounds of debt in university, then a degree is closed off to you. Some students are turning to get jobs to help them fund them through uni. We've heard about people working as waitresses and working to sit, 6 of them for free university managers, but many other students have worked like I've done in low-paid, insecure jobs on zero-hour contracts, in retail, in pubs, in call centres and other industries to fund their way through uni. But even those don't guarantee you the money you need to get through university. I ran up £2,000 in debt still, despite having jobs to get myself through university, despite having jobs, despite having a student loan, despite everything, because I had to pay for course tax, I had to pay for other things at university as well. And that takes time out of people's studies as well. Now, there's a rally protesting against this tomorrow at 12 in town that I urge everyone to come to. But the other thing to say is that what's there for students when they graduate now? There isn't the secure jobs. There's just a further future of these unsecured, low contracted hours, 0-hour contract jobs to look forward to. What hope does this offer students? What hope does this offer young people? What hope does this offer those who want to get a job in the education sector? Absolutely none at all. We don't want education run for profit. We want to see it run democratically to provide a decent education for all. As part of a society, in my opinion, a socialist society run for the needs of all, not just a few people at the top like Michael Arthur. So we're glad to see the back of him. Unfortunately, he's going to go to another university, not being forced out of the higher education sector like we would like to see him and his ilk. But let's keep on fighting, and eventually we'll get the higher education sector we need run for our benefit and not for profit. Thank you.